Today we are going to dive into a dark chapter of recent Cypriot history, the Mitsero killings, a horrifying series of crimes that shocked not only Cyprus but the whole world. Stay with me as we explore the case, the victims, and how the island changed forever after these tragic events. One of the central locations in this tragic case is the Red Lake in Mitsero. This lake gained its name from its striking blood red color. The lake is actually an abandoned copper mine filled with toxic, mineral-rich water. The high levels of rust and other minerals give it an eerie reddish tint that has always made it look haunting and unnatural. The Red Lake isn't just visually unsettling, it became a site of horror after the discovery of multiple bodies. In April 2019, a tourist photographing the area noticed something unusual floating in the water. When the authorities arrived, they found a suitcase in the lake. Inside was the body of one of the victims, a woman who had been bound and concealed in this makeshift tomb. As the investigation continued, police divers uncovered 2 more suitcases in this lake. In total, 3 bodies were found in the Red Lake, 2 adult women and 1 young child. The child was the daughter of one of the female victims, and her death became one of the most heart-wrenching details of the case. The suitcases had likely been in the lake for some time, with the serial killer hoping the toxic, murky water would conceal them forever. The Red Lake itself has become a haunting symbol of this case, a place forever marked by tragedy and sorrow. It's a chilling reminder of how this serial killer attempted to cover his tracks by disposing of his victims in one of the most secluded places on the island. To this day, the Red Lake remains a stark image of the dark events that took place in Mitsero. Walking my way down to the lake, I've noticed this. There are dried flowers here along the fence, most probably in memory of the people who were killed. I don't know if this is a joke, but I don't like it. As you can see, the gate here is open. In my opinion, this should be closed. Guys, look at this. It's shocking, the color of this lake. Just imagine. Bodies were found here. I cannot express how I feel right now walking this path. The same path, most probably, that the serial killer took in order to dispose the bodies. I hope this video does not affect the relatives of the victims in a bad way. I am sorry in advance. My intention is just to record the place, and I will try to be as professional as I can in the description of the area, the story that happened here. In April 2019, Cyprus was stunned when a tourist stumbled upon a suitcase in a toxic lake near the Mitsero mine. What was inside would trigger a massive investigation. A woman's decomposed body. This discovery led authorities to uncover a string of murders that no one could have ever imagined. The police would soon find more bodies hidden in wells and abandoned sites around the area, creating a horrifying web of disappearances that stretched over years. The man behind these heinous crimes was Nikos Metaxas, a former army officer with a disturbing double life. He had used his charm and status to lure his victims, most of whom were foreign domestic workers, into trusting him. He preyed on vulnerable women, often promising jobs or relationships. Metaxas showed no mercy, ruthlessly ending the lives of these women, some of whom had children and families who depended on them. The killer was eventually linked to the murders of 5 women and 2 young girls. Most of these women had been reported missing, but due to their status as foreign workers, their disappearances were not given enough attention by the authorities at the time. The victims were from the Philippines, Nepal and Romania. They had come to Cyprus in search for a better life, but instead found themselves targeted by a man who saw them as disposable. Once apprehended, the killer confessed to the murders, detailing his gruesome actions in court. In June 2019, he was sentenced to 7 life terms in prison, 1 for each of his victims. As I walk here down towards the Red Lake, there's a lot of big rocks that fell intentionally, I assume, on the road. As you can see, this is the path, and there's a lot of rocks over here. I think these were thrown intentionally so that cars don't drive down here, to avoid similar cases like this. Guys, the place stinks of fear. It has an eerie feeling to it, knowing that they found dead bodies over here. This is horrifying. Guys, the suitcases in which the bodies were found in the middle of the lake. Here is the edge, right? Over here. In order for the suitcases to appear in the middle of the lake, that means probably he threw them from somewhere high up, and the only place that I can see that is high up that can probably go in the middle of the lake is up there. Probably he parked his car up there and he threw the suitcases down, and that would be the middle of the lake, somewhere over there. Over here, from what I see, it was probably water, because the sand is like quicksand. You step your foot in it and it goes inside. As you can see, somebody stepped here before us. So let's try to go from the side. I am going to head to the other place where they found the other bodies. I don't think I will be coming here again, because this is a very weird place to come. Just imagine, humans in suitcases were found in this lake on the bottom. How horrible is that? There was water over here, but due to the sun, of course, it dried up. And I found this over here also. This looks like a mattress. It's a mattress. I hope is not from the case. This is horrifying if it is. As you can see, there is marks here of a wire. So probably there was a wire. Look at this. There's a wire over here. You see? It fits perfectly. And this mattress was tied up. I don't want to think the worst, that there was a bed inside. I don't want to think that. What is this? This blanket is dried up. Jesus Christ. Anyway, this place is horrifying. Although there's a beauty to it, if this case had not happened, I would say this is an amazing place. But knowing that this case happened here, and that bodies were inside this lake, and the people who discovered also these suitcases, how they must have felt when they opened the suitcase. I am sorry in advance. I don't want to upset anybody, especially the relatives and the people who feel very vulnerable about this case, even the rescuers. I'm saying again, it's just an exploration of an area here, and I'm telling you the story behind this place. That's it for me. Anyway, I will head off because I can't stay in this place anymore. I'm gonna head to the other location where he hit more bodies over there. It's a well, and there's some mining machinery over there, and I'll see you there. So, Mr. Bolden Bankrupt, since you like the Soviet Union and to explore Soviet Union remnants, here's something for you. This machine was made in the Soviet Union and was shipped to Cyprus. Come and explore it. The Mitsero mine shaft was the initial site where the first bodies linked to the serial killer were uncovered. The bodies of 2 people were found here. Mary Rose's body was the first to be found, discovered by a tourist in April 2019. Her body was recovered from the shaft in a decomposed state. This discovery prompt further investigation, leading authorities to realize that they were dealing with a potential serial killer. The body of Ariane Palanas Lozano, 28 years old, from Philippines, disappeared in July 2018, was found in the same mine shaft. The first body was found inside this place here. This is a mine shaft. We'll go up there as well. So the news say that some German tourists, as they were exploring this place, as we are doing right now as well, they found the bodies of the people. We'll now see where the first body was found. Take a look at this. There is water inside there. From what I see, the surface of the water is about at 50 meters from me. I don't know the depth of it though. And this is where they found the body. That period, there was heavy rain in Cyprus. Therefore, the shaft was filled with water, which surfaced the body to the top. So those German tourists, they found the body really high up. There is a ladder over there. This was probably a lift. So there's one lift over here, one lift over here, probably going down and up the shaft. There is wooden planks over here that probably you could walk there. I would not suggest walking on these wooden planks. This is an area where another crime, another serious injury is waiting to happen again. Let's go upstairs. Guys, this is a crime scene. It's a crazy, dangerous place to come here. By all means, I do not suggest that anybody comes here. I have height phobia and it's incredibly uncomfortable for me to look down there. This is over 50 meters height and right now I'm battling with my demons. This place should be closed up, no access, especially that it's a crime scene and it's a location where an accident, a serious accident, is just waiting to happen. All right, what is next to be explored is the tunnel. See you there. Guys, it's a basement. I'm gonna go check it out.
Μεταλλικό μου.
Φαντάζεσαι να βλέπανε το πτώμα τώρα μισάνε.
Δεν ξέρω. Δεν να δεις πτώμα, να δεις κόκκαλα.
Φυσικά είναι να κάνουμε σε εξονυχιστικό, δεν έρχονται τίποτα τα και
Σίγουρα δεν
τσακάντα. Guys, it is crazy scary down there. Alright, we found the tunnel. We'll go check it out. But before that, check out this. This is a poem by a famous poet, Kostas Montis is his name. As you see, part of the tunnel has also collapsed here. This gate is open. This is crazy. This gate should be closed, locked, not for anybody to be able to go inside there. Negligence of the appropriate authorities can lead to serious injuries and even death when they're not even locking the tunnel. They're not locking a crime scene shaft over there. Everything is open to the public. Dangerous place. As an advice, every time that you're going out exploring, you should leave a note to somebody or inform somebody at least where you're heading. Because if something happens and you don't return, at least somebody knows where you were supposed to go, so they can come looking for you. The perpetrator of the Cypriot serial killings was an unlikely figure in the context of his crimes. He admitted to enjoying the act of killing, as his confession suggested a degree of emotional detachment and a disturbing lack of empathy towards his victims. The victims, all foreign nationals, disappeared over a 2-year period. Some were reported missing by friends or employers, but the police response was initially slow and dismissive. The island has made changes, but the scars of this tragedy remain fresh. This is the location that they found the body of a 6-year-old victim of this serial killer. As you see, it's a beautiful lake. In his words, what he said is that he threw the body of the 6-year-old girl in this place to be in a fairy tale lake, in his own words. Let me try and go down there. The killer confessed that he killed the 6-year-old Sierra, daughter of Mary Rose. The 35-year-old had first claimed that the 6-year-old died from her own vomit, although later he committed the murder of the little girl. The place is ridiculously beautiful. It's an idyllic place. Now it bears the stigma of a crime scene though. Probably because this guy was a photographer, he knew these kind of places from his profession. Probably he was bringing people here and photographing them. I don't think he discovered this by mistake. Look at this, look how clean the water is, how blue, beautiful colors. And now it bears the stigma of a crime scene killing. Unbelievable. It's another thing to read about this case through media, and another thing to be on the spot, on the scene when it happened. I can't even imagine him coming here, holding the body of the poor little girl and throwing it inside the lake. It is very hard for me to record this video thinking that I am at a place where such a gruesome crime took place. I want to show you the locations, but at the same time I don't know why I feel guilty about making this video.